Hello and welcome to our in-depth dining guide of P&O Cruises Britannia. In this video we'll show you every place on board to grab a snack or enjoy a free-course meal. We'll also show you which dining venues are included as part of your cruise fare and which incur an extra cost. The first venue we're going to cover is the Market Café, located midship on deck 5 in the atrium. This is the place to feed your cake cravings with French pastries and cakes created by Eric Lanyard. This is an easy experience not to be missed. Prices vary, but range between £2.95 up to £4.95, depending on what you go for. You can also grab a COSTA coffee here at the Market Cafe, as well as your favourite flavour of Jude's British ice cream. Also located on Deck 5 is the Limelight Club, which is a dining and entertainment experience whereby you pay for a free-course meal and you also get your entertainment as part of the price. The price varies according to the act performing, but usually ranges between £25 to £45 per person. We didn't go to the Limelight during this cruise as Gareth Gates isn't really for us.
Britannia has three main dining rooms: Meridian, Peninsula and Oriental. All three dining venues feature the same menu and offer club dining and freedom dining options. If you opt for freedom dining rather than having a set meal time, you'll need to join a virtual queue on the My Holiday app. While this may seem like a hassle, it worked for us pretty well on both Britannia and Iona, and we've never had to wait more than a few minutes to be given a table. You then receive a notification on the app when your table is ready, and you have 15 minutes to arrive at the particular dining venue before it is offered to someone else. As you may know from our earlier videos of different cruise ships, we've been very disappointed with the quality and the standard of food served in the main dining rooms on other ships, but we are pleased to report that on Britannia it was really quite good. We ate breakfast, lunch and dinner in the main dining rooms, and we were pleased that our meals were presented much nicer than we've had with other cruise lines. Food was always piping hot, and all of the dishes we ate at these venues were really tasty. Service leaves a lot to be desired, but this is down to the staffing issues which P&O and other cruise lines currently face, in what's now a very different and challenging world for the industry. While crew will always get our recognition of their hard work and efforts, it was clear that they were having to work a lot harder than they used to, which ultimately led to less friendly and efficient service on board Britannia. We're hopeful that once P&O have found their feet and learnt how to overcome these crewing issues, the fantastic service we've all come to love on cruise ships will return.
Located aft on Deck 7 on the starboard side you'll find Sindhu, which still ranks as one of our favourite dining venues not just with P&O but at sea. The restaurant is beautifully decorated and feels very classy. Sindhu offers a tantalising menu of Indian inspired dishes created by Michelin star chef Atul Kutcher, another food hero of P&O Cruises. Please be aware that the cuisine served here is very different to what you can order at an average UK curry house. And while you can order paneer dumplings in a korma sauce, the korma sauce we are used to doesn't usually contain saffron. Although the food has always been very good here, we couldn't help but notice the overall dining experience had been downgraded somewhat, and you're now paying more for your meal. Before the pause in cruise operations, Sindhu operated by a cover charge of £18 per person. However, they now charge passengers per dish they order, which on average equates to a £12 increase in the price per couple. A price increase is disappointing enough, but it's made worse by the fact you no longer receive complimentary dishes from the chef or palate cleansers like you used to. This has ultimately downgraded the overall dining experience, and the service at this venue also didn't feel as personal, friendly and efficient as we've experienced here in the past. Putting these observations aside, we would still highly recommend Sindhu as it remains one of the best Indian restaurants at sea in our opinion. Located midship on Deck 7, starboard side is Java, the Italian-style coffee house. This is another venue where you can grab Costa coffee beverages and French pastries, which are complimentary whenever you purchase a beverage here. Mirrored on the port side, you'll find the Glass House, a fantastic wine bar which serves incredible small plates inspired from Mediterranean cuisines, as well as larger, heartier dishes such as fish and chips and Indian curries. A free-course meal at the Glass House is going to be around the £17 mark, depending on what you go for, but definitely save some room for dessert as they are pretty amazing. The wine list at this venue is pretty incredible. Every single bottle on offer has been tested and selected for P&O Cruises by UK wine connoisseur Ollie Smith. On average, wines are fairly priced, ranging between £4.75 to £6.95 for small glasses and £5.80 to £8.75 for large glasses. Please note that large glasses and bottles of wine are excluded from the Ultimate Drinks package. If you'd like to find out our genuine opinion of the P&O Cruises drink packages on offer and learn the mind-boggling exclusions within the terms and conditions, head over to our channel or click the banner in the top right hand corner now.
We're now on deck 16 aft, and this is where you'll discover the Horizon Court, which is Britannia's buffet style restaurant on board. This is a massive dining venue taking up almost 1/3 of the surface area of deck 16. Although this is a massive venue and features plenty of seating, the variety of food on offer seemed a little limited on this cruise, as the counters are mirrored, so they are ultimately serving the same dishes. The quality of the food was pretty good though, and it gets a big tick for serving food that's piping hot, which is a rarity for buffets on cruise ships. Of an evening, the aft end of the Horizon Court converts into the Beach House, which is another speciality dining venue serving Caribbean and American style cuisine. Just like Sindhu, the Beach House used to operate by means of a cover charge at £7.95 per person, but now they charge passengers per dish, which now means an average meal here will cost £14 upwards for a 3-course meal, which is around a £6 increase in the price per person. The dining experience hasn't changed here though, it remains as good as it ever was, and we particularly recommend the fajitas as they are the best we've ever eaten. Adjacent to the Riviera bar midship on deck 16, you have the grab and go fridges where you can help yourself to sandwiches, salads and freshly made light bites during the day. You also have the JUDE'S ice cream counter here as well, which does incur a small charge. And if you need a coffee fix while sat by the pool, this is another venue where you can feed that COSTA coffee craving. Located by the LIDO pool, you have the PIZZERIA, which serves freshly made pizza throughout the day. Although it's very good, it still can't beat the pizza you get on princess ships, in our opinion. You also have the LIDO Grill, which is open for lunch and early dinner and serves hot dogs, burgers, fish and chips and much more. Both the PIZZERIA and LIDO Grill poolside are venues which are included as part of your cruise fare. Also on deck 16 at the forward end, you'll come across the most prestigious restaurant on board, Epicurean. This dining venue serves a tantalising menu for dinner, including goat's cheese parfait, giant Indonesian prawns with noodles, and fantastic desserts such as crêpe Suzette. This dining venue is one of the few on Britannia which still operates by means of a cover charge, which at the time of filming was £28 per person, which I have to say is worth it when you weigh up the overall dining experience you get. However, they also serve Eric Landlard's afternoon tea here as well, and unfortunately our experience here was far from unblemished on both Iona and Britannia. To cut a long story short, they failed to act on my request for vegetarian options. They claimed that they were never informed, even though I made a point of going to reception personally and making the request. Service was really slow. We waited 25 minutes for a stand of treats where 8 items had been removed because they were unsuitable for vegetarians, and I had to ask for a cup of tea. I also wasn't wowed by the items I did try, and to be honest, it doesn't even come close to the great musical afternoon tea offered on MARELLA ships, which was totally fantastic and is charged at £17.50, just 50p more than the afternoon tea at Epicurean. P&O really need to make it possible on the My Holiday app for passengers to inform the dining venue of any dietary issues, so this sort of thing can't happen. I'm just a vegetarian, it's a personal choice, but for those with allergies, if these sort of dietary requests aren't acknowledged and dealt with, the consequences could be severe.
And one venue which is worth a mention is the Cookery Club, located at the aft on deck 17. This is not a dining venue, but for an extra charge you can come and be taught how to cook by the ship chefs, and some occasions food heroes such as Marco Pierre White. Cooking whilst on holiday isn't our idea of fun, but the Cookery Club is bound to appeal to someone. Britannia is a fantastic ship for foodies. Dishes served in the main dining rooms have surpassed what we've had on ships with other cruise lines in recent months. Specialty dining options are genuinely very good and are fairly priced. and P&O are one of the best cruise lines out there for catering for vegetarians, vegans and those with other dietary requirements. The only niggle we have with Britannia relating to dining is being able to book, which has been caused by huge crew shortages and an underperforming app. Having to join virtual queues for dinner will not please some, but we found the freedom dining works much better for us, rather than club dining where you have set meal times. Have you been on Britannia? Please let us know what your thoughts of the dining on board by dropping us a comment below. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel for future cruise content. Thanks for watching.